Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth. This is your May 2020 Tarot forecast, and your theme of the month is the Princess of Swords. And I have to quickly say that this actually fell out of the deck when I was first shuffling, and then I put it back in, and guess what? This is the card that came out, so it's definitely meant to be your theme of the month. So the Princess of Swords is curious, verbose, she's inquisitive, and has a lot of great ideas. So what this theme is mainly, as an advice card, I mean, I know this is mainly your theme, but you might have a lot of ideas. You are wanting to learn more about them, talk to people about them, communicate with people on social media, in written word as well, okay? So that sounds great. Tell me, what are these ideas you have? All right, so I've already shuffled these cards off camera. Interesting. But I'm just showing you that I'm cutting them, and wow, oh my gosh. Okay, and I've got 3 different decks. I've got my Tarot of the Cat deck, Thoth deck, Mystic Mondays deck, representing what's happening on the surface, beneath the surface, and advice cards. Definitely make sure you stick around until the end, where you pick your own destiny cards and you use your intuition for that. And if you haven't already, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. Interesting. And all that good stuff. Okay, so, wow. Very powerful. So I'll first show you what is going on the surface for each week of the month. They kind of blend over each other a little bit. And then I'll show you week by week with what's happening beneath the surface and advice for that particular scenario. Okay, so first, this is what's happening on the surface. All right, there we go. So, beginning of the month, we've got the 9 of Wands. There might be a tricky situation coming up. Honestly, you're gonna overcome it for sure, but just be prepared for it, okay? Be prepared, and you might think that, oh no, I've done everything I need to do, but guess what? There's one more thing coming, so, but you'll be fine. Ultimately, I'll explain in more detail shortly. You seem to get everything back on your feet very shortly, because the second week we've got the 3 of Pentacles, you've got everything together. You might be reaching out to other people, right? Verbally to communicate about potential with work, making money, things like that. And you're very skilled at it and very good at getting people to work together and get the information you need in a positive way. Third week of the month, we've got the Strength card, also possible Leo influence, but you are going to be moving forward very powerfully into a situation. You have the strength to overcome whatever you want to. But however, during the end of the month, you feel really disappointed about something with the 9 of Swords. But just know, Strength is a major arcana, okay? 9 of Swords is a minor arcana, and their swords are more mental. So you might be feeling, disappointed, like, oh my gosh, I've worked so hard. Why have I been putting all of this effort in this direction? But I'm going to explain in more detail what that means starting now. So, first week of the month, like I said, on the surface, 9 of Wands, getting prepared for one last battle. Also, there might be people that you can't necessarily trust, so you might want to keep your cards kind of close to your chest. And but you will use your intuition, which you are going to do anyways, and you'll be fine. Beneath the surface, we've got the 6 of Wands victory. So you are lined up for a victory. You will win. You will be the one being like, yay, I won this battle. So that's great. And guess what? We've got more wands. We've got the 9 of Wands again. Look, she's prepared for battle. So ultimately, you have a battle, you will win, but you still need to prepare, okay? Get ready. Maybe think about in the past, similar situations, or get all of the information lined up so you're completely ready for what's coming. But yeah, just make sure that you're ready. All right, second week of the month. Cool. Second week of the month, things are going pretty well, juggling finances, material things. It could be anything from where you work, study, land, finances, stocks, physical body sometimes. Yeah, so that's going great. And it's because, you have, even though maybe, there's ups and downs, right? You've detached because you are able to stand back and look at things objectively, and be able to see things from a higher perspective And you know what? You can sometimes, if you need to, be cutting and cut through the bullshit, and sometimes be a little bit of a bitch to get what you want. And you know what? I'm sorry, it's okay to want what you want, and sometimes you kind of have to fight for it. Your advice is the Magician. So as an advice card, the Magician, I feel like because of what's happened in the earlier week, so the Magician, I feel like, is saying, you really do need to be careful of people who might be deceitful or tricky or dishonest, trying to manipulate. Just know that, you can totally own it. You are the master manipulator. You can create whatever you want. You can turn a roaring tiger into a purring kitten. So just be aware that you can get what you want, and also to create on what you want to manifest. Keep that big picture in your mind's eye. Visualize where you want to be, because you can create that. All right. So, third week of the month. So we have got the Strength card on the surface. Beneath the surface, Queen of Wands. And we have so many wands during the first week. It's all wands. And your advice is the Six of Pentacles, okay? So, essentially, during the third week, you will be moving forward with strength, with courage, with power. And swords can be, that's warrior energy. So lots of courage and power, for example. So you are moving forward in that positive direction, taming the beast, whether it's within or the situation or whatever battle you kind of had to prepare yourself for during the first week. Beneath the surface, we've got this Queen of Wands energy, and she is someone who is super in touch, with her intuition, with her spiritual energy, and also really listens to her intuition and that animal instinct. So you are channeling the right energy to be able to move through this. You will be successful overall. Like I said, I'm just looking at this 1 month, but I feel like with this major arcana, that's much more solid. You will win in the end, okay? Like, honestly, you've got really, all of your major arcana cards are positive, and that's what really counts. They're called trump cards because they trump the minor arcana ultimately. Your advice card is the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like you need to find balance when it comes to money, when it comes to where you live, when it comes to finances. You need to find balance, and also recognize that, money comes, money goes, land comes, land goes, work comes, work goes, and just to kind of accept that as the natural flow of life. We're born with nothing and we die with nothing, physically, that is, okay? In my opinion. Okay, so fourth week of the month, like I said. Okay, so during the fourth week of the month, we've got the Nine of Swords, disappointment. This is a warrior who has, and also swords can be stress and thoughts. So you might be just really kind of stressed and just stuck in this, oh my gosh, I've been going in the wrong direction. This isn't working out. Why have I been working so hard at this? Why have I been doing this? Everything I've sacrificed, has it even been worth it? And you might, even though you normally have a warrior energy, you might be feeling a little bit more of like the victim. Beneath the surface, we've got the Chariot, okay? Also possible Cancer influence. But essentially, I feel like you feel like you've been going in the wrong direction. And I'm talking like whatever it is that you see yourself in the long run with a particular aspect, or just with your life in general. You've been going full force, fighting for what you want. And now you're kind of, end of the month, you're thinking like, oh my gosh, have I been doing this all wrong? Like completely. It's almost like maybe a bit of a midlife crisis in a sense, or whatever part of your life you're in crisis, but it's a bit of a crisis. Anyways, your advice is the Moon. So the Moon is saying, it could be saying a few things for advice. Like, you need to be careful if someone has been deceitful or tricky. Maybe someone's been dishonest, not presenting themselves clearly. Also, maybe this feeling or thinking that you haven't been going in the right direction could possibly be from your judgment is skewed when you are taking drugs or drinking alcohol. So anything that really blurs your mind and takes you out of the present awareness, like you really need to be wary about that. Also, the Moon is saying to deeply reflect. Like, don't just try and pick up and keep moving forward or go in a new direction without reflecting. You seriously need to deeply reflect. not only where you're going, but why you're going there, what you want. You need to go deep into yourself and figure out truly what it is that you want deep down. Yeah, and you seriously need to just find that stillness and just figure that out. Easier said than done. All right, so pick a number 1, 2, or 3. You are picking your own destiny cards. Always pick the number that kind of first sticks out to you in your head. Never second guess yourself, because the first thing that comes to your head is your intuition. And then the second piece of information is your ego. Ego is good, but we are not utilizing that tool right now. All right, so please tell me, comment below what is going on for you this month, how this reading is resonating with you. I love reading your nice comments. Nice comments only, please. All right, 1, 2, or 3. I just banged myself on the head. Nice. Got my third eye real open. First, if you picked 1. Oh my gosh. Okay. If you picked 1. On the surface, we've got the 4 of Cups. Beneath the surface, 4 of Swords, Truce, Advice, Ace of Swords. Okay, you've been super disappointed from an emotional upset. It could be from something that you felt was emotionally fulfilling, like work or where you were living, or just something like that, where you used to feel emotional fulfillment. Now there's that emptiness and you're just going through the grieving process, okay? And it could be a relationship as well. But beneath the surface, you are beginning to get that calm, that inner strength, that also clarity of thought. That space is awakening within you, so you will be able to think more clearly. And guess what? Your advice is the Ace of Swords. Embrace a new perspective, embrace a new way of looking at information. There also might be a word or a text or a message or something spoken that's like, oh my gosh, and you're thinking of things in a new direction. And yeah, clarity of mind. Embrace your clarity of mind, okay? You might even want to move away a little bit from your emotions and start thinking about things a bit more rationally rather than being wrapped up in your emotions too much. I mean, yes, you need to go through the grieving process, but start to try and think of things with a new frame of mind. If you pick 2, let's see. Oh my gosh. Damn. Is this disappointment from a loose lover or something? Because look, we've got on the surface 9 of Cups, which is an absolute wish card with a lot of emotions wrapped into it, Wanting something that is really emotionally fulfilling brings you lots of joy and happiness and that feeling of being loved. Beneath the surface, we've got the Prince of Cups, but I'm sorry, this Prince of Cups is not well aspected. So I feel like for some of you, not all of you, you wished for a lover, you got a lover, but guess what? It's bringing up, it could be one of 2 things, okay? 1, he cheated on you, or she, okay? This person cheated on you, or not necessarily, or it could be some sort of betrayal. It could, honestly, maybe they were saying horrible things about you behind your back and you found that out, or maybe they were lying to you and you found that out. But there's something now in between you. Or it could be something has been triggered for whatever reason that's brought up past wounds, things that really stress you out. And this might be happening more around the end of the month, where we've got this 9 of Swords disappointment and Swords stress, okay? So it's bringing up this old stuff, and maybe that's why you've got that 9 of Swords kind of crisis at the end of the month, oh my gosh, why did I invest so much emotion and love and attention to this person who, came into your life, and maybe you're just feeling disappointed about that. But it might not be, obviously it might not be romantic, right? But even if you are in a relationship, you could be feeling betrayed by the person that you're in a relationship with. By the way, I'm not saying whether it's ending or not at all. I'm just saying this little bit. But yeah, there's some sort of betrayal, and it's feeling really big because it's bringing up a lot of old stuff where you've been betrayed before. Not necessarily by this person, it could be from someone else. But essentially, more generally, you wished for something, you got it, massive disappointment and stress. And if you're not disappointed and stressed about it, maybe you should look into it because, I don't know, there might be something you're going to find out. If you pick 3. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Damn. Okay, if you picked 3, on the surface Queen of Swords, beneath the surface Knight of Swords, advice 5 of Cups. Okay, so I feel okay. Oh right, we do have the Queen of Swords beneath the surface during the second week. That's just what I was looking for. So I feel like if you picked 3, that there might be someone coming towards you full force. It might be a barrage of texts, phone calls, social media attention, something like that. Who knows? This could even be the media in general. Swords can be media cards. I feel like it's almost like you've got certain ideas and ways of thinking, and then there's these new ideas coming in full force. But your advice is actually the 5 of Cups. So if you are feeling like emotionally upset from this new information or this new person coming at you full force, you really do need to look in the past at the pattern. When was the last time you felt this way? What about the time before that? When was the first time you felt that way? And try and find a connection. Try and find why you felt that way. And it's all about, delving into your shadow self, okay? Looking into the past and looking into these patterns of beliefs and just ways of thinking and ways that we love and express love. But ultimately, have that attitude of curiosity and maybe ask for advice, okay? Princess of Swords can also be asking, talking about stuff to people. All right, so I do monthly first I have to say, if you would like a personal reading, please send me an email or check out my website. All of that is in the description below. And definitely subscribe because I do monthly and mid-monthly videos. And if you're still here, you get a secret bonus card. And guess what? It fell out. The star. Make a wish upon a star. You might want to check out your astrology for this month as well. But first and foremost, there's always hope. Always. Make that wish upon a star because all your dreams can come true. And I know that sounds trite, but seriously, have hope. And I feel like you're being watched and protected by your guides and your ancestors, okay? So yeah, maybe even go out and look at the stars when it's a nice clear sky. Have a good month. See you later.